Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Not the best of plays here as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Newton on first down. Flushed out right. Going deep for Benjamin. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On second down, Freeman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
On first down, Watson being chased out left, and he goes out right around the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front, because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Flush to his right. It's complete. Right side to Benjamin. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And now here is another interception. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Back to throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, here's Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a little... And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Sliding out of the pocket. The 20. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Devin Funchess, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Tyler Lockett now on the return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now it's Watson going deep for... He's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. C.J. Mosley coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
To throw is Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Now Watson. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
On first down, it's Newton. And my goodness, another interception. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On second down, here's Newton. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Come on now.
Third and long, it's Newton. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
The final shot before the break. Watson flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said.
What do you think? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Let's go.
To throw on second is Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Fresh set of downs here. To throw is Newton. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
A very solid gain of 27. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Ready? Hey, we gotta get the nice mic over there.
Now it's Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. Oh, he slipped, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will take this one home.